Hi students, I'm Filthy Philip and I'm a student at St. Joseph's Training College, Mandanam. I'm here with a video lesson on noun phrase. This topic comes under the first unit Glimpses of Green of 10th Standard Kerala SCERT textbook. So, let's begin. What do you see in this picture? Are you familiar with the terms that you see in this picture? I'm sure you are. You have heard about these terms whenever you have learnt English, isn't it? So, let's revise the parts of speech quickly so that it will be easy for you to understand what noun phrases are and what verb phrases are. Let me remind you, you must have a clear idea on all these terms before you move on to noun phrase and verb phrase. Now, in this presentation, I will be dealing only with the terms related to noun phrase. Okay, so what is a noun? A noun is a person, place, or a thing. Just like you have Dan, a name of a person, Karthik, Rahul, Lakshmi. Common nouns like girl, boy, women, men. Name of a place like Chicago, Kochi, Kottayam, Kerala. Common nouns again like kitchen, house, hospital, institution. Things like ball, book, pen, pencil, coat. Animals, fox, cat, dog, etc. Now, if these are nouns, then what are pronouns? A pronoun is a word that you use instead of a noun. Examples are I, he, she, you, it, we, they, me, him, her, us, them. Don't you remember? Okay, let me make it more clear. Suppose somebody asks you to tell about your friend Gopika. How will you tell? Will you tell it like this? Gopika is my best friend. Gopika is studying in 10th standard. Gopika comes from Kochi. Surely not. You will never tell it like this. Instead, you will tell, Gopika is my best friend. She is studying in 10th standard. She comes from Kochi. So instead of using the name Gopika again and again, here you have used the pronoun she. Now look at this picture. Suppose somebody asks you who stood at the door. How will you answer the question? Surely you will tell a girl stood at the door. But what if you want to tell more about the girl? You may use more words and you may tell like this. A small girl stood at the door. So there are some words that you use to tell more about the noun. Yes, adjectives. Adjectives are words that modify a noun. Examples are a strong person stood near the window. So what kind of a person stood near the window? Strong person. The rich man threw away his ruined clothes. The rich man. So what kind of a person was he? He was a rich man. And what kind of clothes was there with him? Ruined clothes. So if you want to tell more about the noun, you use adjectives. Now, have you noticed how anchors invite an actress to the stage in award functions? Here comes the gorgeous young actress. Did you notice anything here? Yes, here they are using two words to describe the word actress. Gorgeous young actress. So they are using two words, gorgeous and young, to describe the noun actress. Now you need to understand that in English it is a common practice to use more than one word to describe a noun. So let us look at such phrases more closely to understand two new terms, quantifier and qualifier. A smart young girl. Surely you know that girl is the noun here. There are two words here which are used to describe the noun girl. Which are the two words? Smart and young. Now, among these words, you need to find which is the main adjective and which is the quantifier or a qualifier. For that, what you have to do is, first you need to check which is the adjective that comes next to the noun, that is close to the noun. Here, young is the word which comes next to the noun girl. So, young is the main adjective. The other word or the other adjective which is far away from the noun is smart. Now check whether this word tells about the quantity of the noun or quality of the noun. Here, smart is a word that tells about the quality. So, it is a qualifier. A few old ladies. Again, which is a noun here? Ladies is the noun here. And which are the two words that are used to describe the noun ladies here? Few and old. Now, among these words, the word which comes next to the noun is the main adjective. So here, old is the main adjective. The other word which is away from the noun is few. Now check whether it tells about the quantity or the quality of the noun. Here few is a word that tells about the quantity. How many ladies came? A few ladies. So it is the quantifier, not qualifier. Now what are articles? These are words that specify about a noun. They tell whether the noun is singular, whether we are telling about a common noun in general, or whether we are telling about a particular noun. There are two types of articles, definite and indefinite. The is the definite article and a and an are the indefinite articles. We use a with the nouns that begin with consonant sounds like a man, a cat, etc. We use an with the nouns that begin with vowel sounds. Examples are an eraser, an apple, etc. And we use the when we are telling about something in particular, the girl, the teacher, etc. Now, what are demonstratives? I hope that it is clear from the picture itself. Words that you use to demonstrate, that is to show something. There are mainly four demonstratives. Look at the first picture. If you want to talk about an apple which is near to you, then you say this apple. Look at the second picture. If you want to tell about an apple far away from you, then you use that apple or that is an apple. And if you want to talk about many apples which are near to you, then you use the word these apple. Instead, if it were books, these are books, etc. And if you want to talk about many apples which are far away from you, those apples. Or other ways, in case of books, you will use those books, etc. Now, let us move on to possessive forms of noun. So, what is a possessive form of a noun? The possessive form is used with nouns referring to people, groups of people, countries, and animals. It shows a relationship of belonging between one thing and another. Possessive forms are used when you want to tell that something belongs to somebody. Okay, now there is a general rule that you need to follow when you use possessive forms of a noun. The rule is that you should add an apostrophe and an s to the singular nouns and an apostrophe after the plural noun if it ends with s. Here are some examples. Geeta's book. So here you are talking about a book which belongs to a person named Geeta. So Geeta is only one person, so it is a singular noun. So you put an apostrophe and then an s after the word Geeta. The boy's handwriting. Here again you are talking about handwriting of one boy. So singular noun and so an apostrophe and an s after the word boy. See the next phrase? Boy's handwriting. Did you notice the apostrophe there? Here we are talking about the handwriting of many boys. So the boys is a word which is plural, so an apostrophe after the letter s. But see the next one, children's work. Here also it is a plural noun, children. But we have put an apostrophe and an s after the word children because children is not a plural word that ends with the letter s. So if the plural nouns do not end with the letter s, then you will have to put an apostrophe and an s. Then you have possessive pronouns like my, your, her, his, their, our, its, mine, yours, hers, theirs, ours. Now, do you feel sleepy? Please don't strain your eyes by looking into your mobile phones for a longer period. If you are tired, take a break and continue because we are moving on to our topic from the next slide. Now look at this picture. Suppose somebody asks you, where did you keep the basket? You may answer, under the tree. Instead of telling it in a complete sentence like this, the basket is kept under the tree. So in our daily lives, we often use many groups of words which are not a complete sentence. These are called phrases, just like under the tree. So, what is a phrase? A group of words which is not a complete sentence is a phrase. Examples are a nice movie under the tree. Then what is a noun phrase? A group of words along with the noun that function as the subject of a sentence is called a noun phrase. What is the subject? About whom the sentence is. About whom the sentence is talking about. What is it all about? That is the subject of a sentence. Examples are people ride scooters. Here we are talking about people. So the subject is people. Next sentence, a boy is riding the scooter. So here we are talking about a boy, one boy. So in order to tell that there is only one boy, you have used the word a also along with the word boy. So there are two words that come under noun phrase. A boy, that is the subject, and a boy is the noun phrase here. A naughty boy is riding the scooter. Here we are again talking about a boy, but there are a few more words that they have used to tell more about the boy. It is a naughty boy. So whatever words they use to describe the noun constitutes the noun phrase. A noun phrase may consist of more than one word. Now see some examples. The man killed the snake. So who killed the snake? A particular man. The man. So both the words the and man come under the noun phrase. Deepthi stood near the building. So who stood near the building? Deepthi. Deepthi is the subject as well as the noun phrase. The old lady sings beautifully. Who sings beautifully? The lady. We are talking about the lady. And there are some words that tell more about the lady. She is old. The old lady. Whichever words come before the main subject or main noun are the words that tell more about the subject itself. So all the words, the old lady comes under the noun phrase. The teacher's tone is very harsh. Here we are talking about the tone of a teacher, not the teacher. Remember the possessive forms that we have discussed earlier with apostrophe and s and all? Yes, this is a possessive form. So here it is about the tone of a teacher. The subject is the tone. So all the details of the noun tone come before the head noun and they come under the noun phrase. My mother's sari is brought from town. Again, the possessive form of a noun. My mother's sari is the noun phrase here. There is another way to find the noun phrase. Just see the verb in the sentence. Words that come before the verb in a sentence comes under the noun phrase. Now let us study how to divide a sentence into a noun phrase and a verb phrase and then into its constituent elements. See the sentence. A thin lady watched the drama. So who is the subject here? Whom are you talking about? It is a lady. So all the words that are used to tell about the lady together come under noun phrase. So a thin lady is the noun phrase and the remaining is the verb phrase. Think about the other rule, which is the main verb here, main action, watched. So all the words that come before the main verb come under noun phrase and all the words along with the main verb come under the verb phrase. Now, let us divide the noun phrase further. Surely you know that A is an article and then the main noun is lady. So lady is the noun. And what is the verb? The word thin. The word thin is a word that is used to qualify or to modify the noun, to tell more about the noun lady. So it is an adjective. Now let's see another example. An old man. It is already a noun phrase. Now how to divide it further? Surely you know that an is an article and the main noun is man and the word old is the adjective here. Now this is an example from your textbook itself. Look at the sentence. The boys are playing in the ground. So whom are they talking about? The boys. So the boys is the noun phrase and the remaining part comes under the verb phrase. Then how will you further divide the phrase the boys? The is an article and boys is a noun. The old grandfather was helpless. Who is the subject here? Grandfather. So take all the terms that come along with the subject grandfather and put it under noun phrase. And the remaining is the verb phrase. So the old grandfather is the noun phrase and was helpless is the verb phrase. Now how will you further divide the noun phrase here? The is an article, old is an adjective and grandfather is a noun. Now, this is an activity that is given in your textbook. Just try to do it on your own, though the answers come in the next slides in this presentation. Let's see the answers. Take the first sentence. The magnificent old banyan tree was mine. So what are they talking about? Banyan tree. Surely it is easy to divide it into noun phrase and verb phrase. The magnificent old banyan tree is a noun phrase here and was mine is the verb phrase here. Now, how will you further divide the noun phrase here? You know that the is an article and they are talking about banyan tree, so banyan tree is the noun here. And here there are two words that are used to describe the noun banyan tree. Remember quantifier and qualifier? Yes. So the adjective that comes next to the noun is the main adjective. So here, old is the main adjective here. Now look at the other adjective that is far away from the noun, magnificent. Check whether it tells about the quality of the noun or quantity of the noun. Here magnificent is a word that tells about the quality. So it is a qualifier. See this sentence. An old tree was the center of attraction. Surely they are talking about the tree. So put all the words that come along with the subject tree in the noun phrase and the remaining part of the sentence is the verb phrase. Now how will you further divide the noun phrase here? You know that an is an article, old is an adjective and tree is a noun. Now look at the next sentence. The cobra was a skillful and experienced fighter. What are they talking about? Cobra. So put all the words that come before cobra along with cobra in the noun phrase and the remaining part in the verb phrase. So the cobra is a noun phrase and the remaining part of the sentence was a skillful and experienced fighter is the verb phrase. Now how will you further divide the noun phrase here? It is very easy. The is an article and cobra is the noun. See the next sentence. The small rented room was not electrified. They are talking about the room. So put all the words that come along with the word room under noun phrase and the remaining part under verb phrase. So here the small rented room is the noun phrase and was not electrified is the verb phrase. Now see the noun phrase here. Again there are two words that are used to describe the noun room. So you have to bring back quantifier and qualifier to your memory. The main adjective is rented because rented is a word that comes next to the noun room and the adjective which is far away from the noun is small. Definitely it tells about the quantity, so it is the quantifier. So there is an article, small is the quantifier and rented is the main adjective and room is the noun. Now look at the last sentence. A long supporting gable rested on the beam over the wall. So it is about the gable and put all the words that come along with gable under noun phrase and the remaining part under verb phrase. So a long supporting gable is the noun phrase here and the remaining part rested on the beam over the wall. That is the verb phrase. Now here also there are two words that are used to describe the noun gable. So A is an article. Long is the quantifier because it tells about the quantity, whether it is short, whether it is small, long, etc. Then supporting, that is the main adjective because that is the adjective that comes or that is written next to the noun. And gable is the noun. Now here it's a poem. It's a famous poem about parts of speech. Every name is called a noun, as field and fountain, street and town. In place of noun, the pronoun stands, as he and she can clap their hands. The adjective describes a thing, as magic wand or bridal ring. The verb means action, something done, as read and write and jump and run. How things are done, the adverbs tell, as quickly, slowly, badly, well. The preposition shows relation, as in the street or at the station. Conjunctions join in many ways, sentences, words, or phrases and phrase. The interjection cries out, hark! I need an exclamation mark. So I hope this video was useful to you and thank you.